This is the assembly guide for the little missile dart storage container. You can use this guide for both this version and for the version that looks like the skinnier one, the skinnier and longer one, based off of older missiles, or rockets or arrows or whatever. It is very similar to this one, which is for darts. There are scaling instructions in the Etsy page where I sell the files to make the scaling for the thread for the missile be the same size as the thread for the dart version, dart storage containers. By default, they are not the same size, but they are the same thread. So if you scale them in the slicer to be the correct size, then for whatever reason you could put your your missile head onto a dart body if you wanted to for some reason. But that's not what we will be covering in this video. In this video, we will show you how to assemble this thing. You take your head, you take your threads, the threads printed like this, the head printed like that. Threads, head, stick them together. There's that little square thing. Put some glue along the sides of this. So on this flat face on the top, right here, and along the sides of this square. It will not contact against the top bit right here. So put some glue along the sides, put some glue along that flat face right there, and jam that there. And hold that in place until it sets, or put a clamp on it, or like put it down on a table and put crap on top of it. Then for the missile body, you will have your fins. For this one, the fins go in slightly angled, as you can see there, slightly angled. The fins on this one have a slight taper at the top, which go in just like that. You slide that in. It might be friction fit on your printer, depending on tolerances. On mine, it isn't. So put a strip of super glue down the slot inside the slot, and then slide this in over, and then wipe off any excess glue, I suppose. And then scratch and repeat for the other three fins. Make sure that they are all at the same height. You don't want it to look lopsided. You also don't want to drop it on the floor. And we'll end up looking something like that. And then with this glued together, it will then thread on a bit like that. Obviously I haven't glued this one together quite yet, but as you can see, that's what it will look like. Then you'll be able to unthread it. The threads on this one are obviously a bit tight or whatever because I didn't glue this in place, so it's kind of, not right. But yeah, it will unthread, and then there you go, you can put stuff in there. This is slightly bigger internal volume to this one, but it doesn't really mean much because the scaling is so weird. This dart container is at 40% of the file size. So is this. This is at 40% of its file size, but it's not proportional to this. If you scaled the missile to have its threads be the same size as this thing's threads, the internal volume of the missile will be less than the internal volume of the short dart. So yeah. But, as the files are shipped, if you scale both down by 40%, then the missile will be slightly larger than the short dart. Of course, the long dart foam, or the double short dart foam with the connector in between them, that will be bigger volume than the standard missile. If you need a bigger volume missile, then print the longer old school style missile. And that has multiple different compartments. Yeah. That's about it.